Sailboat going was a six-pack, is.
Now, we all know a six-pack won't keep a sailboat going for long, but no one knows that better than a Mobile man who's been sailing since age 3. That's sailmaker Tom Dabney.
What most people think sailmaking is not really what it is. And sailmaking is more of a practical science than an art. First thing you do whenever you talk to somebody about a sail is you determine what sail they want to get. You figure out what they want the sail to do, what type boat they have, what they want to use the sail for. Once you determine what sail they want, everybody's in agreement, then you go to the sail plan, get your dimensions, the outside dimensions, and you'll draw a scale drawing of the sail.
A single scale drawing is usually Tom's only guideline. That's one thing that sets him apart from most sailmakers. He doesn't use patterns.
I started out using patterns when I first opened up. I was very committed in my beliefs on how a sail should be done. I'm getting away from those patterns, doing a little bit of experimentation, nothing very radical, but keeping good notes of the sails that I'm doing. And once I'm satisfied with the sails are as good as I can possibly make them, I'll probably convert those patterns over to the new technology or new thinking. But until that time, I'm just playing around with them. I'm not making any big changes.
Tom may call it playing around, but when it comes down to working on sails, he's all business.
Accuracy in sailmaking is probably the most important aspect of the industry. The difference between a good sail and a bad sail can be just a few fractions of an inch. You get a sail that's completed and it turns out to be the wrong dimensions, and it can be pretty expensive.
Just how expensive? Well, the average cost of a sail for a 26-foot boat may run upwards of $450. To many people, such an investment symbolizes wealth, and Tom says that's one reason sailing appeals to people.
I think there are a few people who are attracted because that's what the elite do, and everybody wants to be one of the elite, of course.
Tom says sailing is becoming more accessible to the masses, yet some will argue that sailing is the sport of kings.
On the higher levels, it certainly is. On a local level, anybody can play just about, unless you're really destitute.
Just as the social status of sailors is changing, so are the sails. Synthetic Dacron and Mylar fabrics have replaced canvas, just as modern technology has replaced the old-fashioned sailmaker.
The old-time sailmaker, I'd have to say, would be dead and gone. It's not as romantic as some would make it out to be. It's actually very hard work, and you've got to stay right on top of it. The times are changing fast, and materials available are they're advancing in their technology just daily. Everything is changing real quick. There are certain areas where you can get real artistic with your hand work, or putting rings in, hand sewing rings in, or hand roping a sail. The majority of the people that buy sails don't want to see that, because that costs extra money.
While people may not be willing to spend extra money for handwork, they're likely to invest in balloon sails called spinnakers.
Those are the sails that people kind of, that's their handle. That's, their whole life is in a spinnaker, and you can tell all sorts of things about people depending on the colors they put in their spinnakers. And you see the drab ones, and normally the people are real drab. You see the ones with all the high colors, the light colors, bright colors, and it's normally a partier, and sure enough, it's a partier. People that have all white, you don't really know about them, and the ones with all black, you don't get the faintest idea what they're doing either.
So what is it about Tom Dabney's work that's putting wind in his sail business?
Because Tom is always willing to give you a hand, showing you where your sail trim and things like that may be.
I think you're over-trimmed on both the staysail and the spinnaker. Yeah, I can tell on the stay-so because the spreader's sticking through it.
I mean, he's knowledgeable, and it's really good, public relation-wise, to have somebody available on the day that you got a problem with something, you got somebody that you can talk to.
The old-time sailmaker, I'd have to say, would be dead and gone.
Now don't go away. Jim will have the PM Magazine departments right after this.